sort of central eastern Washington, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's south, yeah, south, central, eastern, that some combination of that. Yeah.
I gotcha. All right. Well, let's dive in because it's almost my dinner time.
Sounds good.
So the purpose of these is just, with everyone spread out all over the country, it's hard to provide platforms for people to get to know each other and in particular board candidates. So I thought it would be fun to do 5 or 10 minute video chats with everyone who's running and put them online as one way for people to get to know folks. So diving right in, why don't you just tell guild members a little bit about yourself, who you are and what you're interested in and why you're here?
Sure. Well, yeah, I'm Phil Newman. Let's see, got why I'm here is my background's basically split between an interest in water and in agriculture, and so career track. I went the water route, and so I got my master's degree from Oregon State University, and focused in water management, and ended up coming out to Walla Walla to take a job as program director of the Walla Walla Watershed Management Partnership. Goal of that organization being local water management, bringing it in from a top-down state approach to more grassroots sort of management of the resources. And okay, so that's my career. On the other side is the interest in agriculture, and so for since probably undergrad days, I've been interested in a value-added farm enterprise and starting one with my family, and so we've been trying to figure out over time what that value-added product we'd make would be. We knew we needed to get something of reasonable scale if we wanted to get past the sort of poor dirt farmer thing, and so we flirted with a lot of options, and small grains, oil seeds. Well, I should say like heirloom small grains, oil seeds, sheep. We've been kind of all over the place in the different things we were thinking about doing. But really, what we settled on is malt. We really want to be farmers and the maltsters, and bring that product to the regional brewers and distillers and bakers. And I guess what's attracted us to malt is just it's, as a water resource manager, something that's very water wise. You can have small grains growing very well in dry climates, even with irrigation, and in a way that sort of meshes with the needs of aquatic species, often listed under the Endangered Species Act, something we work with pretty commonly out west.
Right. Great. So you have a family farm. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, so we don't have a farm yet.
Oh,
The goal has
gotcha.
been to figure out how to get that farm. So yeah, I grew up on a hobby farm in New Jersey, and so I had all the fun farm stuff without any of the pain and suffering,
Right, right, right,
that
right.
sort of business. So we have plenty to learn about pain and suffering going forward. But the reason kind of moving out to Walla Walla was had twofold benefits. Pursuing the career, but also getting closer to where my wife Alyssa and I thought having a farm would be a real tangible goal, and that's Northeast Oregon. We love Northeast Oregon. We're trying to get closer to there, so we'd like to have a farm over in the Grand Ronde Valley or Wallowa County of Northeast Oregon, and the Malt House in Walla Walla. That's the goal.
Great. Um, yeah, I daydream about having a farm, and I'm obsessed with sheep, which
All
sheep
right.
cheese actually is my sort of pet
Oh
thing
man,
I
so
daydream
yeah, you
about.
got two masochists.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'll ever actually do it. So you're a relatively new member, but
Yep.
getting to know us quickly. So tell me a little bit about where you'd like to see the craft malt community go in a couple to 5, 7 years?
Right. Well, as I had indicated in my application, I really think the best thing for this small community, just from my limited insight so far, is just to really figure out what it is we want to do, what it is we want to be known for, and be really as specific as possible with the niches we're looking to fill in the greater malt industry. I mean, right now the idea of small batch malt is pretty novel, and it's pretty easy to offer something that the big guys can't touch. But they'll figure it out, and so just figuring out how to best position the malt community to respond to that increasing pressure by the large malt houses. But also, there's a flip side to that. There's a lot to be learned from these big guys, and so figuring out how to position ourselves in a as much of a symbiotic relationship as possible with the big guys, I think would be to our advantage. So just, I guess that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah, no, that's great. Um, Tell me a little bit about what you bring to the table and what you could see yourself contributing as a board member.
Sure, sure. So, I mean, one big thing is board experience. I happen to be on a small part of a small staff. It's just two of us at a organization that manages a 9-member board with technical advisory committee and then a policy advisory committee totaling over 50 people. It's a lot of committee members. It is a complex board to manage, and I guess during my time here, I've seen kind of what makes a board hum, what leads to stagnation, and just how to. I mean, we have a diverse array of interests, from tribal interests to irrigators to cities, government entities, and so I've developed a reputation for really having a conversation with everybody that includes everybody, and so that board experience, I cannot stress enough, will be a really key aspect for me as a board member, that I can contribute to the guild. Okay, so there's board experience. Another is the ability to speak farmer. That's kind of a I mean, in this community it may be more common than in others, but still, farmer, maltster, brewer, distiller, baker, however the end product is. Farmer is a key ingredient in that, and I would love to be a part of this effort, for the ability to bring farmers into the mix in a meaningful and sustainable fashion. Let's see. Also, my water resource savvy. That's something I'd really like to highlight. This is a big deal out west. I'm part of a pretty tight-knit community that does river restoration and specifically restoring stream flow to streams that run dry and have endangered species, act-listed species, fish, and to be able to make the connection between the malt house and these river restoration folks out west is huge, especially where I live in the Columbia Basin. There's a lot of money there, and I've laid some really key inroads to some both tribal and nonprofit entities, and I think those will be very fruitful. We'd like to pilot an effort we call Sprouting Stream Flows. It's a program that I've worked up, and that these folks are very interested in. But that could help channel. We'd like to pilot it with our malt house, but then have this be able to be applied at other malt houses throughout the Columbia Basin. So
that's great. Good. Well, you've got lots of ideas, which is really wonderful. So let's see. In the 30 seconds, I'm trying to keep all these video clips about the same length of time so I can be fair. So in the last 30 seconds or so, tell us something about yourself that might be a little surprising or that helps people get to know you a little bit better.
Oh, well, I already laid the sheep thing out on the table. So,
Yeah, you did.
but let's see.
That's like the interview question that's horrible to answer right now.
Yeah, yeah. Can I think about this for a second?
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, I guess it's just that I'm a passionate person. I carry a lot of enthusiasm in whatever I do, and I'm willing to take that wherever it leads me with the guild. And I guess I'll just leave that open ended right now.
That sounds great. Great. Well, thanks for talking to me, Phil. And I know we've got some other things to talk about soon offline, but thanks for bearing with me for this goofy little experiment.
No, I think it's a good idea. Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks. Thanks for
good.
giving me the opportunity.
Absolutely. Have a great night.
You too.
Bye bye.